We go on to some more headlines, and this time we continue with what's on the Vanguard newspaper. My name is Ifeyemi Andrew. 2027, Jonathan ready to run again? Close ally confirms. That's on the Vanguard newspaper. Nigeria may break up before 2027 if ex-Ohanaeze President General Nwodo. Find details of all of these on the Vanguard newspaper. The numbers to call are 0817 923 0007, 0817 923 0007. You can also call 0817 923 0002. On WhatsApp, the number is 0809 030 6416, 0809 030 6416. All right, now we'll take some of your messages on WhatsApp. Ifeanyi Chukwu says, good morning, Andrew. Criminals in towns now in charge of leadership. That's the bitter truth. Reason because they have the mind to grab, snatch, run with ballots, kill. They can pay and do anything they want. We can even see them here in Rivers State. Ifeanyi Chukwu Wondo. Research should make sure they deliver credible, fair, and justifiable election come 30th of August. They shouldn't be distracted by any threats of litigation. Obioma Noble from Igbodo Ichie. Falana just said the obvious. There are more tyrants than right-thinking minds in our political system today, and it's just unfortunate, Michael Sunday. If that's what's in our political system, it's just a reflection of the people. I keep saying that. It's because we basically have more people with tyrannical mindset. That's what it does. That's what it means, because it definitely means we have more people that respond to those kind of politicians, those tyrants in your word type of politicians. If they are the ones occupying majority of the places in office, it's because the majority of the people respond to those kind of behaviors, and that's why those people are there. So the problem still starts with the people. If the people begin to change what they perceive as successful or as upright or as moral or as just, if they begin to change it, then you would see that these things would begin to reduce. Big King said, Falana just said the obvious. Criminal touts are now in charge of elections in this country. They rig it, even bribe judges in courts to get judgments in their favor after an election. Fraud cases. Big King from Port Harcourt. This one says, when you hear you can't deliver your polling unit, you don't have capacity, what comes to your mind, Andrew? Is that not the language of touts? Ifeanyi Chukwu Wondo. I don't know. Don't ask me question. I don't know answer. I don't know. I don't know how they deliver polling unit. I've not been in politics before, and I don't think I would ever want to be. I don't know how they deliver it. If you ask me to deliver a child, maybe I have something to tell you. Good morning. Larry Spieth says, I want to let IPAC know that even if it's only 2 or 3 political parties that take part in the election, the result will be valid. They should remember that judiciary is in the bag. Which bag, Larry Spieth? Which bag? Some people are saying this morning, you're shocking me on. You want to shock me? Which bag are you talking about, Larry Spieth? Indeed, this year's WAEC result is the worst in the past years, and I pray they reconsider the students and do something, especially on English language. Christian Williams from Igbodo Ichie. Lorenzo Delight says, good morning. Never calling on states to lead flood cases before federal government intervention. They are in order. I don't understand what most governors are doing with the funds that they are getting. They are doing flyovers. Yes, what do you want me to say? They are paying salaries, and they are celebrating them because they paid salaries that they are supposed to pay. Have you seen the governor celebrate anybody because he got his own salary? Or does the governor celebrate federal government because he gets allocation? He goes to meeting and then they pay allocation, he comes. But they'll pay salary, yeah, you people start singing as if they are doing something that's not what they are supposed to be doing. They do road, we sing. We'll do big event for road that you are supposed to do, that is your job. It's like I'm here talking now. And then this is my work, they pay me for it. And then somebody will now hold the event and say, like I said, the people and the way we think. A sole administrator to conduct local government election in Rivers State, that's a rape on democracy. Very sad. Oyibi Victor. That's from you. All right, we'll go to the phone lines now. Just tell us your name and where you're calling from, and then straight to the headline you're responding or reacting to. 0817-923-0007. 0817-923-0002. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Joseph.
Mr. Joseph, you're welcome.
Yes. I don't know. The Jonathan ally that told us that the Jonathan is contesting again in 2027, to me, is a hide of deceit. He's trying to deceive the gullible mind. The Jonathan I know, whose wife told the whole wide world that Tinubu administration Tinubu supported their administration, that they will support them for 2027. How would they turn around to say they will contest again in 2027? So the people should not be deceived. That is my take. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Did Tinubu really support the Jonathan administration? Because I remember vividly it was Buhari who took over from Jonathan, and Tinubu was working with Buhari, led a lot of protests. I think what the wife said was just the fact that it's the South, and they're just she's just sentimental to the fact that it's the South. Let's just put aside whatever personal grievance we have and just allow the South do its term as it should be. I think that was where she was coming from with that message. As for Jonathan has never said anything. And if you look at his body language, that man does not look like somebody that wants to come into to become and run as president of this country. And if you, at least for now, maybe tomorrow something will change you. But for now, this is what his body language says. Good morning.
Sorry. Good morning.
All right, good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Comrade Letal Barry Sunday. I'm calling from Bury.
All right, go on.
Yeah, let me look at where HIPAC orders other political parties to boycott the local government election. Will this order change anything? When you know that the decision you are taking is against the people, how do you think boycotting the election will provide means for political parties that are not participating? You know, it is time that we begin to enlighten ourselves, or the group we said we are representing. The people who are responsible for the conduct of the local government election have been able to explain and have told you the reason where they stand, why they took this decision, which is very clear. And you're putting your hope on the judiciary that the process will be annulled. That is not the way to go. At least they should have listened to what the research chairman has said, where they took their stand from, why they decide to do that with the voters register they have, which get the covenant to conduct this election. So everything that is available for this election. So them taking this stand, well, is of choice. They decide to take or to lose because they decide to lose. It's not that they decide to boycott it. They decide to lose because it's fear of losing election that is making them to go this way. And Jonathan, trying to come back for 2027. My brother, it is time when some of us who have the little we have from the Niger Delta region here will always focus on something beneficial and not something that will distract them. Sometimes they need to come to our places with what they've had to at least impact and train our people. Do something that our people will benefit from, not always contesting. And that thing is not possible at that time. This 2027, there are other people who are
Leighton Barry,
not possible.
All right, thank you. But I'm surprised you are responding as if Jonathan said he's contesting. Maybe you did not understand the headline. So basically, as it is, this is in the realm of rumors, because somebody that did not state his name that calls himself an ally. It's the person that said Jonathan should contest the 2027 election. And you're already shouting as if you're angry, you want to be. Jonathan has not said anything. Let's take it easy, please. Gift in Genegua, good morning.
Good morning, Ishim Andrew.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. I love democracy so much. You can make your input, whatever language you want to use, according to Femi Falana. I will not argue with him. That is how we have touts as lawyers. That is democracy for you. Everybody has freedom of expression. If you can describe politicians that are well respected that way, that is how we describe lawyers. Who that is when you say rascals in the name of what? Wig and gown. They will mislead you, tell you not to obey rule of law. They will tell you 3 persons are good to go as House of Assembly when the Constitution is saying some other thing. That is democracy for you, democracy in action. So it's a welcome development. And let me address the issue of IPAC National. These are people who supported the illegality that took place in the state. And today they are the ones directing people. Even when they know that extraordinary measure, they should come and tell us, you are not the court. Don't tell me legality here. Until the court will do that pronouncement, IPAC National, you are in bed with the suspended governors at then. You clapped hands. You supported that illegality that Supreme Court has now invalidated, that these men that purported to call themselves chairmen, that they are not chairmen. You supported it. And today, what are you telling me? Go and relax. No more feeding bottle for you. Thank you, and God bless us.
All right, Give. Thank you very much. JJ Rumigbo, good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning to you.
All right, good morning to you.
Let me start from NEMA that said they have released money. Who did they release the money to? Because we have the strong man here. I don't know if he's the one with the money, and he should act immediately because the flood will not wait for anybody, just like time. Oga Ibas, people are about to experience something, not when you're saying, oh, if you notice high water, just move. Move to where? Where have you provided that they will move to? So, sir, spring into action right now to make sure our people don't suffer untold hardship. Andrew, we joke too much in this country. Oh. That exam, WAEC exam that they wrote at midnight, Andrew, have you gone to any event that they tell you this event will start by 4 o'clock and they start by 8 o'clock? Your spirit has already left the place before they even start. There was no provision for light, candles everywhere, and you call that one exam and result. If we don't take care of this WAEC and the jam they said to go the other time, Andrew, we'll just be decaying every day because no responsibility, nobody takes responsibility, nobody is being punished for wrongdoing. So that's what they call result and they are shut down. I will not call God. Thank you.
All right, then. Mufasa from NTA Road. Good morning.
Yeah, hi, Andrew. Good morning. Criminals and touts in charge of leadership in Nigeria, according to the respected legal field. Andrew, they say you do not need a mirror to look at what you have in your hands. I mean, the man has stated the obvious. What we see manifesting in the character of some of these so-called leaders is nothing far from what Femi Falana has said. The only way they can prove us wrong is for them to begin to act differently. People have lost confidence in their leaders and will continue to have this kind of description unless they change. And the retired chief magistrate raised an alarm of a threat on his life. Andrew, I want that complaint to be taken seriously. People should be allowed to state their position without being harassed and intimidated. This is a democracy. If somebody will be haunted just because he stated what he feels is wrong, I don't know if we'll be describing what we are practicing today as a democracy. So the police should ensure that the man is protected. People should be allowed to their opinion. And lastly, Andrew, IPAC has not said anything wrong equally. Even INEC, which is the umbrella body of election in this country, has equally stated their displeasure with what is going on currently in Rivers State, a state where INEC said they could not hold an election because of a state of emergency. So IPAC has not said anything different from the position of INEC. Let us learn to do things right in this country. Thank you, and that is fantastic. That's my position.
West from Buguma, good morning.
Good. Quickly, let's go to where the IPAC are saying that they will not conduct the election, they will not follow up the River State election. It's really a sad one. I've seen a situation whereby we call free and fair primary. Yes, some Nigerians and Rivers are still condemning it. In our electoral society, a free and fair election or primary conducted, there is no killing, there is no burning of houses. And I want to thank the security agency, the Nigerian police and other security agencies, the civil defense. They've done very well to ensure that such things did not happen in our state. Today, people are still condemning church. All what they want is that, yes, they kill so person in outside Toro, they kill so person in Akubu Toro, they kill so person in
West, that's not what they want. That's not what they want, West. That is not what they want, West. They did not say that's what they want.
No incident happened. Yes, one person are still condemning it. IPAC, are they political parties? No, they are just members of political parties that form. They are not parties. IPAC is not a political party by name. For me, let them allow the election to hold. Let their people come out, to let their political party come out and ensure that the election come out and hold the election peacefully. God bless everyone.
All right, West, thank you. They did not say they want people to die. That's not what they said. In this country, we held elections last year, general elections, 2 years ago now. That's what it should be. We held elections, the last general elections. And a lot of issues came up with that election that people till date are not okay with. But nobody argued about the process. The process to the elections, nobody argued about it. Nobody argued about the timetable. Nobody argued about the time given for campaigns, political parties doing their primaries. If anybody had issues with primaries, it was internal. But every other thing that should follow, according to the provisions of the electoral laws, were followed, and INEC followed them. But where people had their issues were in the conduct of the actual elections. In this case, IPAC is only saying that, well, the situation around this is not the same. INEC has said it, IPAC is saying it. Now, would that stop the elections? I don't know. IPAC doesn't have the powers to stop the elections, but they have the powers to state what they see that is obvious and they feel is not in tandem with democracy. And if that's how they feel, then they can say it, and that's what they have done. Will the RISIEC now say, okay, what IPAC said, let's look at it, it's true, and let's stop the election? That's up to RISIEC. If RISIEC still feels what IPAC said, that's their call. If we are seeing everything is okay, let's go on with the election. That's also up to RISIEC. But it does not stop IPAC from saying what they think, what they see, and what they feel. Shikina. On WhatsApp, Thank God Ability says, good morning. IPAC asked political parties to boycott local government election. I doubt if this directive will work. Good morning. It says here, in this APC Tinubu administration, the only thing we hear from them is politics, always attacking voices that speak truth to power rather than delivering good governance. And this is because all Tinubu appointees are politicians and not technocrats, hence the reason the economy is deteriorating every day. No, not all. Some of them are technocrats. Some of them are, I think the Minister for Health is a doctor. Then some other ones are technocrats. Yeah, you can say more of them are politicians. There are even others that are technocrats but still politicians. But he has technocrats in his team of officials working with him. Best in Port Harcourt. That's for you. Falana just said the obvious. This is Big King. Okay. Blessed Allah says, good morning. IPAC said political parties should not participate in the election because the process is not constitutional. I agree with them. Good morning, Ifeemi. Following that statement, criminals and terrorists in charge of Nigerian politics are judged also criminals, Dr. Dennis Onyeagwara. I don't know why we do. I think Gift from Unigo was also saying this. He's talking about politicians. I think if it comes to the judiciary, all of Nigerians have said what we have said about judiciary. Even politicians have said things about the judiciary, including top politicians that you know that are your leaders. They have said things about the judiciary. So I don't see why the man said what he said, and then we are now trying to make another example. Are these people also criminals? What he's saying, if he's wrong, you say you are wrong, sir. The politicians are not like that. Simple. That solves it. There's no need trying to want to drag Judge Isinko, I did not. Judge Isinko, I did not. This one is when you say you did like this, person will say, what of you? You did like, is your, am I right or am I wrong? You do it or you didn't do it. That's what it is. So as for the judiciary, a lot has been said by Nigerians, by politicians. Politicians have said a lot more about the judiciary than judiciary has even said about politicians. So I don't see why we're making all this fuss. Big political figures in this country and some in this state have said way worse things about judiciary and lawyers than what we are hearing from Falana now. So I don't think it should be the case. The question is what he said. Is it right or is it wrong? Good morning. Let's take a short commercial.
We're making money. We're making money this year.
It's Lazio.